Todd found this recipe that is an authentic chimichurri sauce. He wants to use this for dinner tonight. He's already cut up all the ingredients and we're just incorporating it and letting it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. These are the ingredients. A half a cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, a half a cup of parsley finely chopped, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic finely chopped, 2 red chilies, deseeded and finely chopped, 3/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of coarse salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. So we are just incorporating all these flavors. Let me just tell you how amazing this smells. So I cannot imagine how yummy this is going to taste. Todd is going to be making...
It's a picanha steak or roast, okay? It's what's basically a sirloin cap. And sometimes they call it coulette, sometimes they call it picanha. It's what they sell in Brazilian steakhouses. So I'm going to cook that up on the smoker and slice it real thin. And then we'll dip it in that chimichurri sauce.
And I am telling you, this smells absolutely amazing. How much did this cost?
You don't want to know.
Okay, actually now I do want to know.
I bought it. That came from Snake River Farms. Shout out to them because they're like an amazing distributor of high quality meats.
And no, we are not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. We just love their products.
But that is from the Double R Ranch. It is a prime picanha. It's going to have a good fat cap on one side like this. Other side is going to be very lean. And
how much approximately, in case anyone is interested?
I don't know, but I'm going to say it's probably $75.
I can probably have him look and I can pop it on the screen if you're interested. Now, if you're new to this channel, we do a lot of meals that are very reasonably priced. I try to do my best to make things, grow things from scratch and make things to cut cost in whatever way possible. But tonight, Todd is going to treat us. Okay, stand by. So Todd is just preparing the meat by basically dabbing it dry. So Todd's going to go ahead and just season all this up. Looks like we're going to be using some seasoning salt.
I'm going to cut this fat cap just a little bit so that whenever it cooks.
So you're scoring it essentially?
Yep, so it'll kind of crisp up real nice.
Will it open up too?
Yep.
All right, we'll get to check that out here in a little bit. Now scoring it the opposite direction.
Don't really want to cut through, just through the fat.
And not hit the meat, if we can help it.
Preferably.
Seasoning time. Granulated garlic, 16 mesh black pepper. We use these seasonings a lot. And especially anytime Todd does any kind of barbecuing or grilling or smoking, and press it in a little bit. Gonna flip that. Gonna season the other side now. So we're gonna let this sit for maybe 20-30 minutes, just enough to bring it to room temperature before we get it on the grill. And oh my goodness, let me tell you, I keep telling you, and I swear to God, I'm not lying to you, this stuff smells absolutely incredible. Look at all of that. It smells so good. I cannot wait to try this. And we're not cooking it in the microwave. We're just storing it up here because we have a dog who likes to get out of his Zeus zone and cruise the counters, right? We're not going to do that, are we? No. We're going to protect the meat. You good boy? You good boy. Sit. Ah. Treat. Sit. Todd's just adding the temperature probe so we can keep track of what the inside temperature of the meat is. Today we're using our big green egg.
At about 275 degrees. Put it on with the fat cap down, and the temperature probe's in the thickest part of it right there.
And then how long do you think this might take?
Probably an hour.
All right, we'll just keep track with it using the temperature probe. Let's look at the, what is this that you use?
It's a Inkbird.
Inkbird.
Yep.
So it looks like it's at 48 degrees currently. And let's see how long it takes.
Okay, it's reached 122 degrees now.
It's been about an hour. He flipped it around 45-minute mark, and this is a 3-pound piece of meat. Look at all of that goodness. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. I can't wait to see what it tastes like.
Now I'm going to tent it put just a loose aluminum foil tent over it for about 15-20 minutes, let it rest. I pulled it at 122 degrees. I'm going to let that rest for a little bit.
For about how long?
15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I think you said that. And we kind of cheated. This is not homemade. So this is an RB brand curly fries. And we got some of the yummy sauce. So that's going to be served on the side. I do feel this is going to be a lot healthier because it was baked in the oven. I don't know. Am I just fooling myself? I didn't see the bag, so I don't know if it's pre-fried and then they froze it and then we bake it. But either way, I think it is going to be healthier. Let me know if you've ever bought these. And if I'm just fooling myself or if it really is healthier because we baked it in the oven.
So it's rested about 20 minutes. I know the grain was running this way, so I'm going to start cutting some pieces off here real thin.
And let me just say, this smells like an amazing piece of meat that you would smell when you're walking into like a fine dining steakhouse, I think. It smells amazing. Look at those juices. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
I'm going to cut these pieces in half.
And we're just going to take these and dip it in that sauce that you made, the chimichurri sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
It's perfectly done.
It is.
Medium rare.
It smells so good. I bet it's going to taste just as good or even better with that sauce. And along with these yummy curly fries. How is it?
The fries are good.
Oh, that's all you tried. The moment of truth. What do you think?
It's good. It's really good.
It smells amazing. Okay, my turn. All right, I already know what these curly fries taste like. So I'm just going to try a piece of this meat. I was trying to make it look a little bit fancier. Here we go. Good is an understatement. This is freaking amazing. It's incredible. I don't even know. As my dad would say, I'd pay good money for this. How much would you think we would pay for something like this at a steakhouse?
$25 maybe.
I would say at least. But, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'll go ahead and I will pop the recipe at the end of the video. And let me know if you try it and let me know what you think. The flavors that come out in the chimichurri sauce and the meat. Obviously the meat is a very delicious, tender piece of meat. You saw those juices coming out of there. And then the chimichurri sauce. It's, I don't know. I mean, I would call it definitely a savory, almost a rich flavor. There's slight heat. What did you put in here that had a little heat?
Red pepper flakes.
Ah, red pepper flakes. There's some garlic in there too. But wow, this is like a party in your mouth. This is so good. I think tomorrow we're going to make this into some sandwiches. We can keep the food going all week, even though it's a little pricey. We can have some amazing food all week long, just making it different ways. So this will probably make at least, or the meat that was cooked can make at least 2 different meals. So, which is perfect. And we saved ourselves like $100. Well, because we drink whenever we go out to eat, so that doesn't help. But if it was $25 each, even if you got a glass of water, you save yourself $50 and you're eating at home, right in the comforts of your own home. Oh, but the meat was $55. But if you're having 2 different meals,
I mean, it is what it is.
yeah, but it is delicious. It's okay to have a nice treat every now and again. You know, we both make a lot of meals and a lot of things here that is on a budget. So this happens to be a super good treat in more than one way. Spent a little bit of money, but that's okay to spoil yourself sometimes. All right, if you'd like to catch any videos having to do with cooking, grilling, baking, chickens, gardening, any kind of a modern day homesteading, be sure you subscribe. You can check out those videos. I'll pop a few videos at the end of this video. If you're interested, you can check those out. Oh my goodness. So even if you don't use the Arby's sauce on these curly fries, that chimichurri sauce is amazing. Amazing on these curly fries. So good. And the only thing left to do is give the chicken some scraps. All right, until next time, thank you for watching.